In this episode, we're going to be making a harness hook out of 1/4-inch round scrap steel. The first thing we're going to do is cut down our piece of steel to around 6 inches. That's a good length for making a relatively small hook, especially for being a harness hook. And we're cutting it by pinching it on the edge of the anvil, and then we'll bend it over to break it. After we have cut our steel down to our desired length, we're going to start squaring up. Essentially, all you're doing is putting 4 flat sides on your piece in order to make it easier to draw out into a point. This technique is one of the main foundation skills to becoming a blacksmith. The ability to accurately square a piece of steel is a testable skill within the blacksmithing field. Drawing your point is probably the most confusing part of this process. The technique required is a dance between your tong hand and your hammer hand in order to properly and efficiently draw out your point. By lifting your tong hand slightly and angling your hammer face towards you while hammering straight down, you create a pinch point between the anvil and your hammer, causing material to move away from that point in a down and out motion. This skill is another foundational benchmark in becoming a blacksmith. The indication of a blacksmith's skill can be tested by seeing if they can draw a needle point in one heat that is perfectly tapered and blended. The next step in this process is taking your tapered cuboid and making it octagonal. This is a rather simple process that can become rather tiring if you do not have good tong control. Also, don't be discouraged if your piece suddenly goes diamond shaped. Just slow down, take a breath, and continue to flat spot your corners. This is not a race, so do this stage as many times as you need in order to get a better feel for using your tongs. Now we get to put it all together and draw out a tapered, fully faceted point on the other end. This is the main reason I chose this hook. You get to immediately see what you can do in one heat after learning how to do it in 3. If you're wondering how you keep your piece from cooling down, friction. As you hammer on the point, you're creating friction, which is creating heat. This is known as building heat, and this is how you can do this all in one heat. Scrolling is another foundational skill that blacksmiths must learn. Yes, there are nice little tools that do it for you, but learning how to properly and accurately scroll with a hammer and anvil is just another step in the direction of becoming a master-level blacksmith. Blacksmiths spend years learning how to draw scrolls that are identical before they even start using a jig. The next stage is making the hook, which is just another scroll. A wall hook or harness hook is just a series of open and closed scrolls with the fastener plate or nail at one end. The first scroll is a closed scroll, and the hook or hanger part is an open scroll. And once you start thinking of hooks that way, they become much, much easier, especially S-hooks, which are a closed scroll into an open scroll into another open scroll, ending in a closed scroll. The last stage before installation for this harness hook is making the nail. Ideally, it needs to be bent at a 45-degree angle, but really, it just needs to be able to be driven into the wall. Now, you just need to find yourself somewhere to put your new hook and something to hang on it. That's it for me, folks. It was great. It was fun. I want you guys to stay safe out there. Be well. And as always, Forge on.